Welcome, everybody. Hi, happy Sunday. About a year ago, somebody gave me a book titled Holy Moments. I love the title. I put it on my bookshelf in the pile of future reads. About 4 weeks ago, my good friend Judy gave me a book titled Holy Moments. Same book. Judy was so excited to give it to me because the book had touched her heart so much. I just couldn't tell her that I already had it. So I gratefully accepted it and placed it in the pile with the other one. 3 weeks ago, my friend Judy gave me the book again because she forgot that she gave it to me the first time. And when I reminded her that she already gave it to me, she was so happy. So I began to think, I might supposed to pick that book up and take a look at it. I felt like maybe Spirit was trying to get my attention, and that's how it happens. I once heard an author and speaker, Gabrielle Bernstein, say that to become spiritually awake, as you are seeking a new and deeper experience of God, spiritual truth, universal truth, whatever you want to call that power, if a book falls off a shelf at you, pay attention, pick it up, and read it. Well, I did pick it up, and I read it, and I loved it. It's wonderful. And so I decided that I would share with you this morning the idea of holy moments. Because when we say those two words, you all might have different ideas, and that's good, because the holy moment, just like your experience of that higher power, is your own experience of what that is. I'm just going to share this morning a few of mine and what the author expresses as a holy moment. Each of us here is in some kind of recovery. Each of us is needing help, needing power, needing love to see us through, one day at a time. Experiencing a holy moment connects us to just what we need. They offer us the opportunity to feel something greater than us, inside of us, pulling us inward and opening our hearts even more. Some moments are holy and some are a little unholy, and our choices can guide us in either direction. The simple truth reveals the profound power that each and every human being has. Holy moments inject meaning to every moment of your life. So what exactly is a holy moment? The author gives this definition. A holy moment is a single moment in which you open yourself to God, universal spirit, universal truth, divine energy, whatever. Every time I say that word, insert your own. I say spirit a lot. You make yourself 100% available. You put aside self-interest and personal preference, and for one moment you do what you believe in that moment that you were being called to do. Prayerfully, believe if you are being called. It is a moment of awakening, discovery, clarity, and pure joy. I think these moments can also be moments when what you are being called to do is simply to listen or to witness someone else's moment, which then becomes yours because you share it. Or to be present in awe and wonder at the absolute beauty and gift that life is. So when I got here last night, it was like dusk, right? I was trying to find a key to the place that I was staying on the property. And as I was in my car parking, I thought I saw something moving out of the corner of my eye. It was a deer. We don't see deers in Florida very often, maybe in the Everglades, but not very often. So 1 deer, 2 deer, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. And they all just kind of stood there for a minute and looked at me. I felt like they I'm a little kooky sometimes. I felt like they were my welcoming committee. I did. I felt like, because sometimes you're out of sorts. I was driving and traveling all day, and I just got here, and I was like, oh, and then there they were. And I was energized, and it was such a beautiful, holy moment. Witnessing beauty like that is overwhelming. I'm so grateful for this. After they left, I just kept saying out loud, thank you, thank you, thank you. So if anybody was around, that was me, and never mind. Or like the morning that I woke up in my halfway house and realized that I really, really wanted to live this new way. Like I just woke up one morning and it was like, oh, I want this. I want to be like those other people. I want to live like this. Before I was kind of going through the motions. I was kind of doing it for my folks, trying to get back with my boyfriend, But I woke up and I had this thing happen. Can't explain it. It was a holy moment right there in my halfway house. Doesn't matter where you are. Everywhere is a sanctuary if you drop in. Holy moments are about coming to believe. Believing that there is something that often cannot be described in words, touching our hearts and our souls. They are about surrendering and allowing our will to become what we are seeing and feeling in that moment, and knowing the profound, life-changing importance of it. Like, I'm never going to forget those tears, ever. They are in me. Please listen. If you haven't been paying attention so far, it's all good. But please listen to what I'm saying. Our past does not impede our future. Our past does not impede our future and our ability and deserving infinite holy moments. Our past does not impede our future. This is your moment. If you want it to be, this is it. This is your moment. It is the moment you free yourself to be all that you are meant to be, despite the life you have lived up until now, and regardless of anything that you've done in your past. What matters most is what you do next. Did you hear that, y'all? Yes. What matters is what you do next. You and the God of your heart will work together to get ready to receive and create holy moments. Learning to open to self-forgiveness, self-compassion, gratitude, and love are crucial and necessary to change. Some of us don't feel that we deserve forgiveness and self-compassion. But if we do not choose forgiveness and self-compassion, we will not move. We will stay stuck. You must forgive yourselves. You must have self-compassion so that you can move forward and be all that you were meant to be. Staying in self-hatred, shame, guilt, sadness, anger, and self-pity disables our ability to receive anything good and beautiful. Holy moments are what you deserve and to be blessed by right now. Right now. This holy moment. This is it. The past does not impede your future. Here are some everyday examples of holy moments. They are so simple, and you will find that most are, but that doesn't make them any less powerful. Did you hear that? They're simple, so sometimes we can miss them. So we have to be sober and pay attention to what's going on. Here you go. Controlling your temper, even if you are feeling fully justified in losing it. Okay. Pray before making a decision. Encourage someone, praise or affirm someone. Give someone a yay, you're so wonderful. Be patient with the person that drives you crazy. That's a good one, especially in a place like this. I remember. Be patient with that person that drives you crazy. Do something that helps you become a better version of yourself, even if you don't like it. Like sometimes we have to do things we don't like. Give whoever is in front of you your full attention. Begin the day with a prayer of gratitude. Seek to catch someone doing the right thing and praise them. Go out of your way to make a new person feel better. That's really important here. Overlook an offense against you. Take an interest in someone new. Ask them about the best part of their day. Ask somebody what their dreams are. We still need to have dreams. Write a love letter, a thank you note. Stand up for someone who's being bullied. Pray for people who are really having a tough time. This does not need to be someone that you know. I have a friend who's made it a habit when it gets dark in the evening to park her car by the local prison, and she prays for everybody there. She just sits outside and prays for them. Moments are holy because we are able and willing to see them that way. We put something wonderful in them. We put that power in them. They bring us a hopeful assurance of that power that we so desperately need to help us stay sober and clean and depression-free and anxiety-free, free from debilitating codependency, whatever our healing need is. My grandmother Ruth taught me the 23rd Psalm when I was a little girl, and we began reciting it together before bed every night. She lived with us at that time, and it was very meaningful for her. It had been several decades after my grandmother taught me that prayer. And I found myself at the bedside of my dear friend and first sponsor, Debbie. She was nearing her death, and her daughters had called me to be with them. As we surrounded her holding hands, we each took a moment in our own way to say thank you and goodbye. When we were finished, Debbie's sister looked at me and asked, "What should we say now? What do we do?" And that beautiful 23rd Psalm came right back to me, as if my grandmother was whispering it in my ear. Almost 40 years later, I hadn't said it. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul, and he leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. How did that happen? I didn't even have to ask. Her sister whispered in my ear, "That is just what I needed." It was me. Debbie died about 3 minutes later. I was so grateful to be sober, to be there with my sponsor and with her girls. To this day, that moment stays with me. It was so holy. When I was 43, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. My boys were like 10 and 13 at the time. My best friend's husband ended up being my doctor, and he gave me the best of care. And giving me that breathtakingly shocking news, I left his office and got in my car. And I remembered that when I first got sober, I said, "I can do this, but if anything big happens, if I find out I'm sick or I'm gonna die or something, I'm gonna go drink." That was the last thing I wanted to do. I wanted to go home and be with my husband and my children and have a cup of coffee. What? And then maybe cry a little bit. As I pulled up to my house, there was a plane above my house, and it was the man locally who writes in the sky with his airplane, like the Wicked Witch did with her broom. Remember in The Wizard of Oz? He writes with his airplane. And when I looked up over my house, he wrote, "God loves you." God loves you. I took a picture of that. That was an amazing holy moment. I just sat in my car. And I knew I was going to be okay. No matter what. No matter what I had to go through. I knew I was going to be okay. And I knew my family was going to be okay. A holy moment between me and that wonderful pilot flying that plane. I'm sure now that I've explained how the author describes a holy moment and that I've shared a couple of my own, that many of you have already gone, oh yeah, I've had one of those. Perhaps many. We are told we can have multiple holy moments a day, so go for it. Especially when we seek out an opportunity to create one. It's really seeking to be kind and thoughtful and selfless and loving, all the while remembering the source of these holy gifts. Our Holy Father, Mother, Spirit, Presence, Divine Energy, Love. Whatever name you give to this infinite and eternal power within us and all around us. When using, we cannot do this. In fact, most of us don't want to be selfless and loving, do we? We're quite comfortable being selfish, self-centered, and thoughtless. Talking about me here. We all know that there have been plenty of unholy moments in our lives. Please listen again. Pay attention to these words. The unholy moments of our past never prevent us from creating holy moments in the future. Our unholy moments of the past never prevent us from creating holy moments in the future. 2 weeks ago, I invited my grief and loss group to take a break. We'd had a couple of really tough emotional groups over the last couple of weeks, and I thought it would be nice to just go upstairs to the creative room and collage or write a letter or a poem for the one we lost. When I went into the copy room to make a copy for a patient, Dr. Leatherman, who oversees our older adult program, turned to me and said, "Well, I guess this is all your fault." Just kidding. He said that, but I know he was kidding. And I asked him, what do you mean? What's going on? He said, "Look at this. It must be yours. It was stuck in the copy machine. Look at it." He was a little frazzled. What he handed me was a memorial poem from my clergy book. I have absolutely no idea how it got in the building, let alone the copy machine. I use a copy machine every day, and I never saw it there. As I read it, I realized it was for someone at my grief group. So I thanked John for the gift, and he thought I was cuckoo. And then I shared with my group what had happened. The fact that I knew it was a message for someone in that group. I knew it was. So I read it, and then I asked, "Who is this for?" And everybody in unison said one patient's name. He had just lost his partner in love for 14 years, just a couple of months prior. He was 38 when he died. The receiver was crying before I even read it. Most of the room was crying before I read it. I will never, ever forget that beautiful message and messages. I wish that I could tell you all that God has planned, but if I were to tell you, you wouldn't understand. But one thing is for certain, though my life on earth is over, I'm closer to you now than I ever was before. There are many rocky roads ahead of you and many hills to climb, but together we can do it by taking one day at a time. It was always my philosophy, and I like it for you too, that as you give unto the world will give to you. If you can help someone who's in sorrow and pain, then you can say to God at night, "My day has not been in vain. And now I am contented that life has been worthwhile, knowing as I passed along the way, I made somebody smile." So if you meet somebody who is sad and feeling low, just lend a hand to pick them up as on your way you go. When you're walking down the street and you've got me on your mind, I'm walking in your footsteps, only half a step behind. And when it's time for you to go, from that body to be free, remember you're not going. You're coming home to me. That was a big holy moment for everybody there. The message was for that one person, but it was for all of us, and it was for you today. So I'm glad I could share it with you. In closing, I just wanted to read 2 small paragraphs from this book, Holy Moments. There's a beautiful story in Matthew's Gospel where Jesus takes Peter, James, and John up a high mountain. There he was transfigured. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as light. The definition of transfiguration is a complete change of appearance into a more beautiful spiritual state. That sounds like sobriety to me. A complete change of appearance into a more beautiful spiritual state. Each holy moment is a mini transfiguration. Holy moments allow us to see what is possible, even if only for a fleeting moment. We see it. Each holy moment reveals who you are capable of being and who you are capable of being. And that's amazing. You are capable of being. Not even capable. You're intended to be an amazing being. That's why we're not happy living that other way of life. We're just scared to live it this way. That's why we need each other. So don't let your past rob you of your future. You are more than the worst thing that has ever happened to you. You are more than the worst thing you have ever done. God is never more than one choice away. It only takes one holy moment to shift the momentum of your life in the right direction. The rest of your life is waiting for you. It will be filled with moments. Will they be holy moments or not? The choice is yours. God bless you.